So I'm going to be honest with you. I really hate being on camera, but I've felt a strong conviction lately to start making content. So we're going to try that and see how it goes. Today we're going to talk about finding a wife or a husband or, whatever. So many people seem really caught up or convinced that the Lord has made one specific person for you, right? Oh, he made Eve for Adam. He made so-and-so for me. Probably not. You can marry whoever you want. Doesn't mean you should. Okay? Now, a lot of people think, oh, well, if I'm going to find a partner, I've got to look for a partner. Nope. A lot of women think, my husband's out there. Is he? Is he, though? Maybe. The Bible makes it very clear, not everyone's meant to be married. And how many men have wives or are married that don't have wives? Like, wives, from a biblical perspective. Okay, so the Bible doesn't glorify finding a husband. I mean, like from an instruction perspective, there's like 3-to-1 Bible verses about how to be a man or how to be a husband versus how to be a wife. Okay, however, the Bible's not like, oh, she who finds a husband. No. It's he who finds a wife finds a good thing, right? And you'll notice that it says finds, not he who looks for. Not he who endeavors to look for or to find. No, he who finds. When you find something, it's usually not on purpose. You're like, oh my God, it's like a surprise. Oh my God, look what I just found. You didn't have to go. You didn't have to go look for it, right? And like, if we're looking at Boaz and Ruth, because that's the number one example, what do we find? Ruth was working diligently in the field, in the place that Boaz had dominion over, that he owned, okay? And Boaz finds Ruth working in his fields and then immediately is like, hey, don't go to immediately protect her. Don't go into any other fields, right? Why is this significant? Men, stop looking for women. Stop. Why are you... Boaz was able to observe her character, observe the quality of her work, observe her love for her labor, long before he was like, I'm going to make this woman my wife. Like, no. Why are you sliding into somebody's DMs or approaching somebody at the gym or on a dating app? What are you doing? What are you doing, men? What's there other than a distraction, other than a very emotionally draining experience? Like if you are meant to have a wife, pursue the Lord first. Focus on your labor that God has called you to do. And within that direction that you're heading, your wife will be found. And the huge bonus here is you're both headed in the same direction because you're both in the same place, on the same path, on the same journey. That's a wife. Not somebody like, dudes, man, you got to stop sliding into DMs. And women, you got to stop. Like, your Boaz is not the guy that hits you up at the gym or adds you on Tinder or TikTok or slides into your Instagram DM. That's not, I promise you, that's not your Boaz. And, I'm not saying that people, you can marry whoever you want. I'm not saying people haven't gotten marriages out of that. And I'm not saying that, like, in general, they aren't healthy, relation, or you can't have a health. That's not what I'm saying. But, like, I would be curious to know how many of you have gone down that route and how many times have you got to the end of it and been like, oh my God, this didn't work again. Oh my God, I'm burnt out. Oh, I got to go on to the next. It's because you're not meant to put in the energy to look. Stop looking. Focus on you and the Lord, right? Women, focus on becoming a wife. Focus on, the Proverbs 31. Men, focus on the other 30 chapters that are about you. Pursue Jesus in your labor first. If you're meant to have a spouse, you'll find him on that journey. But stop looking. Men, stop looking. Women, stop entertaining. I hope that helps.